Like, there will be people that say, well, presidents have done this and that. And that. Yeah, that's right. They have. But like with zero oversight, that's the thing and Willie, it goes to, Pam Bondi's oversight hearing that we saw, I think, last week, where just the absolute contempt for the people that write checks to fund your agency. And now you have Pete Hegseth, who runs the Pentagon, saying, hey, according to these reports, we're going to, just like we did with the press, we're going to stop, reporting to you guys as much. And, of course, a couple of Republican senators obviously concerned, but that would be like a child telling his parents or her parents, yeah, I'm not going to show you my report card, but keep giving me my allowance. I mean, it really is that way. It's like they can say all they want to say. They can get together and have their little Project 2025, their little Project 2026s, all they want. At the end of the day, the Constitution gives the power of the checkbook to the United States Congress. So for Pete Hegseth to say, oh, well, we're just not going to report as much to Congress, or for these members of the administration to treat Congress with such contempt, or to just completely tear apart the White House without consulting with Congress. Not that these Republicans have shown much of a spine anyway, but still, I mean, I really do think there are people who are in the, and let me say this slowly so they understand, the second branch of government, who now think they're the only branch of government because they got elected by, what, 49.9% of the vote.
Yeah, plurality of the vote is what President Trump got in the last election. They don't want oversight at all. If you look at that here, the oversight hearing that Pam Bondi had that you mentioned, where she sort of mocked the entire process and just attacked the people asking questions about simple oversight. Now you have Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth saying, yeah, we don't want you thumbing around and looking through our records and knowing what we're doing here, which is literally the job of the United States Congress. They don't want people. They don't want Congress to execute its job effectively in and out around this administration. So you asked it, is there no oversight even of tearing down large portions of the White House? There's supposed to be. There's an entire organization that looks at federal construction projects that has said a 90,000 square foot ballroom were completely overwhelmed the 55,000 foot White House that sits next to it. There's always oversight in place. The question is, does the administration have any respect for it? Does it recognize Congress and other organizations' job to oversee what the executive branch is doing?
Well, and is Congress going to actually have the nerve, the backbone, the spine to actually do their jobs on every one of these fronts? I mean, again, it's in past times, if any attorney general treated any members of the Senate with such contempt, or people went up to the Hill and treated those who were committing oversight on the administration, the first branch giving oversight to the second branch, which the first branch completely funds, because that's what the United States Constitution would say, Mika, you would have Republicans and Democrats together going, wait, I think you got this backwards. You may want to go back and read the Constitution. It doesn't matter what some dork in some, Washington think tank is telling you. The Constitution gives the first branch the power to fund and the power of oversight. And right now, the second branch is doing whatever it wants, because too many of the first branch are giving them free rein, and the impact is going, again, said it a billion times, I'll say it again, it is Republicans who will pay for this in the future, unfortunately. It is independents, it is Democrats. I mean, we will all pay for the precedents that this weak and enfeebled Congress